This is not made for children. I already did my quota for Kappa. Now let's get started. My name is Rachel. The first time you see my channel, I use to review cartoon series, anime series, also be computer random, and today we're going to talk about TC Cheesy, a block special of sci-fi they made for sort of a rip-off from Adult Swim. I mean, it basically is a rip-off. In fact, you could see the videos of Cheesy Weezy. They actually see down below the comments saying this is technically a rip-off. In fact, sci-fi is not the first one who attempted to rip up a Cartoon Network from this block special of Adult Swim. Been others like TNT, oh no, not TNT, TBS, what was it, Fox, also Sundays, kind of trippy block, cartoon block. They always trying to rip off Adult Swim, but they never get the idea of Adult Swim. They have the sort of kind of minimal understanding. They think sort of trippy, kind of crackhead kind of imagery, kind of trippy a mode that only people who do drugs enjoy, and all high school students. But at the end, that's just the substance level, because Adult Swim has this kind of way making good shows. Most of them are very bad edited, a little bit imagery not that good, but they survive because the shows are legitimately good. For example, the Venture Brothers. The Venture Brothers is basically homage or sort of a spoof of Johnny Quest, that sort of adventure to be Indiana Jones, sort of trying to understand the world, but at the same time focusing on the success and failure being that sort of kind of the elite for those sort of main characters. That's basically it. And you see this kind of rabbit hole, how fucked up it really is to be that sort of type of job. And that's what makes the show so interesting, because it gives it tribute and respect of that, but seeing the downfall and kind of messed up situation they get into. That's why it's so interesting and fun to watch. Other shows, all the block parties, they never truly get that. And that's some reason that usually fails the kind of top block parties, because they don't get it. It's just you need a really well show, someone with ambition. And sci-fi sort of get this as they put their own block party of animation. They do have interesting some shows, but at the end, they're not their shows. They're sort of bought shows for different networks so they can just rerun these shows on their block. And you think this is a good idea? Well, sort of this type of block parties, if you're barely starting, you only have two originals, well, three originals anime series in this case, like Disc Nation, the aliens who report live action footage of real life and just commentary. Yeah, that has one that was okay. The other original is actually a little bit better, is Magic Girl Squad. That actually is kind of okay. It's sort of the homage of Magic Girls, but I take that, oh, what happens if adults become magical girls, female adults, grown-ass adults who cannot take care of themselves and not have to save the world. Yeah, that's an interesting take, but once more, I can't really say that much of that show because I just saw the first episode. You have another original show called Science, basically a kind of Johnny Quest kind of tribute, but at the same time, there's a type of people you call only for emergencies. I don't mean like, oh, kind of like, oh, calling Johnny Quest family, that they're the A-team, they have everything done, their mind's set, but if they're not ready or on call, they can't answer or help, you have to call other people. And Science is the type of people you call for case of super emergencies, so that type of people you don't want to answer or hope they don't answer the call, but they do, and they do the job. The only problem is they're very screwed up and very unprofessional because how narcissistic, how depressed, how messed up they are in doing their job. But at the end, they get there. I mean, they actually truly get there, and that's basically the joke. I mean, that is kind of funny, but at the same time, this is basically the old show from last year. In fact, most of these shows you see, Cheesy Jeezy, I'm sorry I said the name wrong. This block, all the shows are basically, you can see them online on YouTube. Well, not all of them. There are one or two you have to go to different sites, but at the end, you can see them online. So it doesn't really make sense they can make a block party for this. I mean, this is a good try. Hopefully they are successful doing something attempt different, because the other cartoons are just comedy sci-fi kind of shorts. For there's another one they called The Hell with Dan, I think correct, that's the name, that is basically bunch of characters who are in the world and they just stare, watch cartoons, and that's all they do, watching cartoons, clip cartoons, and they just make commentary of that, and that's it, that's the show. It's okay, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but it's something that yeah, you could do better, picking up better shows. There's another one that is, it actually is pretty good, called was it Tony Peccatori? Yeah, it's basically this Italian guy who lives in Purgatory, and he kind of chooses who goes to heaven, who go to hell, and it's done pretty well because Tony, as the main character, is sort of a miserable character. He is interesting because he feels he's not the right person for this type of job, and he's trying to ask his boss to this kind of remove him that position, doing like general work or something that is doesn't allow him to choose people own destiny where it's supposed to go, like heaven or hell. And I love that because you really get sucked into that show. I mean, it really is completely well handled, but it's sure it's sort of limited because they just restock some of the same footage over and over again because I don't know, because it's literally a cheap animation budget. They don't have a big much, but they work what they have and very well. I mean, it showed that if all this Block Party, that's the one I recommend the most, next to the second best one called Dave and His Demons. I reviewed this show like a long time ago. In fact, there's one or two shows on this Block Party I did review. Most of them I have heard of them and never have chance to actually review them, or I feel I couldn't review them because they're really not much to say about it. Besides this second show, Dave and His Demons, is really good. Something that, yeah, if you have to watch this Block Party, these two shows I recommend to watch: The Purgatory and David His Demons, because David His Demons is basically what happens if this chosen one gets tired to be the chosen one. He just want to retire, but the agency he worked with doesn't let him retire. He had to keep going and going, and you see his basically burnout life. That's the reason he wants to quit, and basically that's the joke. But you have some huge narrative story to pull you in, and that's why that show is really good. Yeah, kind of glad they chose this so it have more popularity, so they can make a season 2. Besides this, I really can't say much about it because was sort of, I guess, the first try they did it. Animations, you can see over the years they attempted to do little shorts so they can make this kind of Block Party, and I feel that, yeah, it'd be great if you didn't show all your shorts on YouTube, and yeah, if you can show all your cards at once. It's something that is kind of like pointless, but at the same time, this could actually work because there are some shows on this Block Party actually are legitimately good, and they get popular. They can ask for a second season. So I'm hoping they can do that. And I'm hoping they have enough money to do a real good show, something dramatic, something horrible, something like a demon show, sci-fi, but something with dramatic, no comedy. Make something dramatic, something like, I don't know, Z Nation kind of level, kind of dramatic, kind of funny, and kind of take it serious. That's something I sort of wanted for adult cartoons, but usually they sort of fail because they're excessive to be just funny, trying to be The Simpsons, Family Guy, South Park, and adults want more than that because we have those shows. We want something different. There's something that just sort of bothers me. If they're people who want to be adult cartoons and trying to sell this, they forget that, yeah, you can sell this besides comedy. You could actually make a good dramatic show, and that's the thing I asked. And usually they kind of fail this ton of Block Parties. But besides that, that's all I can say. This kind of cheesy, wheezy Block Party was okay, I guess. I mean, you can't compare the original Adult Swim because it actually has something legitimately something to show or something interesting to see. Besides that, I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.